Hi friends, welcome back to our channel. I got a really exciting package in the mail today, so I thought I would film a little unboxing and show you the newest addition to my fountain pen collection, which is a new pen from BENU. They reached out and offered to send us a pen for our review, so I'm excited to crack this open and see what we think. I'm gonna pull in my sister AJ, who also got a pen, so we can unbox our pens together, and then I'm thinking I will do a little journal with me. We can ink my new pen and see how it works. Huge thank you to BENU for sending us these pens. We'll make sure we include links to both of the pens that we got in the description below. Really cool brand, check them out. Okay, let's unbox these. Okay, so I have AJ here with me and we have our new BENU pens and we're really excited to unbox them and take a look at what each of us got. Thank you BENU for sending us these pens. Super excited to crack them open and try them out. Okay, you want to go first?
Okay, so it comes in this really nice box and it has some like cool like fountain pen designs here. They have a lot of designs on their site. So when you first open the box, we asked for 2 different types of nibs. So it comes with a fine nib, but we also both got a 1.1 stub nib, just so we can try out some calligraphy. And it also comes with an extra ink cartridge. I think this is blue ink. And then the actual pen comes in this really nice paper packaging.
Careful.
Oh my god! You see a little lily pad? Oh my god!
Whoa, the colors are
so
crazy.
Pretty.
The sparkle?
Oh my god, like in real life it's actually much prettier than on camera, I think. That is really pretty.
Whoa. Okay, so I was so close to choosing this one. The one with the bib. So good.
Yeah.
I'm glad one of us got
that's
it.
Gorgeous. Yeah. Okay, wow. That's really nice. I'm gonna uncap it now.
Okay.
So it comes with like a little silver clip. Also like the branding, BENU. So we're gonna uncap it. And it comes with a silver nib. Oh, that's really pretty.
This is the Euphoria series, and you got the,
Yeah.
what was the name of yours again? It was...
This is Forest Pond.
Forest Pond.
Yeah, so that's why it has these pond and fish motif.
Wow.
Very pretty.
And they're
Yeah,
all
this is
hand-painted.
gorgeous.
This is a part of their hand-painted series, so every single pen is unique, which is amazing. Wow.
It's quite big when you post it, but it's not heavy. That's what I like about it.
Yeah.
I would use it unposted, I think. That's so cool.
Amazing.
Thank you, BENU.
Amazing. Okay, my turn? Okay, so same deal with the gold foil box. So I also got a pen from the Euphoria series, but it's a different colorway. Same thing, I have the extra cartridge in mine, and then here's the pen itself in the box. Ta-da.
You see the purple?
Oh,
Ah!
the glitter.
The lotus?
Oh.
Oh, wow. Yeah, the glitter is what like
glimpse.
hits you. It hits
Yeah.
you first.
Okay, let's just take it off.
Ooh. Oh wow, that's so pretty.
This one's called the Lotus Grace. Look at that.
Yeah.
That flower detailing is
Yeah.
crazy. And yeah, the glitter in it. Wow.
Yeah. I feel like the pictures online, yeah, they don't do it justice. Like it looks so like vibrant.
Yeah,
in
and like
person.
this like faceted kind of design of the body.
Yeah.
It's so nice.
Yeah, it's definitely different than I think both of our like we don't have pens like these.
Yeah.
Any pens like this.
This is definitely a fancier pen. Definitely one of my most fancy pens now. Whoa!
It's probably my most fancy pen, honestly. Yeah.
And then here it is uncapped. With that, we got fine nibs. We're just we were both into fine writers.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
I like that it's really light, actually. You're right. It's like super, it's not, it looks like pretty big and heavy, but it's very light. Yeah. And like I can
I
see
think
it being comfortable to write with.
I think the faceted design of it also helps with like the grip almost. It feels like it's like easier to hold.
And they have a ton of different designs, so if these designs don't speak to you, then there's so many other ones.
Yeah.
So what did you like about your design?
So I was looking for any fish designs. I really like the forest pond design. Yeah, because it has the goldfish.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I like the contrast of the colors too. Yeah, like the complementary color between the blue and the orange. I don't have any blue or cool toned pens, I think. So I wanted to pick something a little bit different. Yeah.
I think for me, like I was so close to picking the one that AJ got, but I have a lot of purple and pink inks, so I thought that this one would complement like the inks that I have a lot better.
That makes sense.
Not that I'm like I don't really match my inks to my pens as much, but like I just feel like this would be so nice. And I have the Sailor 252 that I got recently. Like when it dries, it has like this green detailing in it. Yeah, so I'll probably use that ink in mind. Do you have an ink in mind for yours already?
So I have a couple blue inks, but I think the first one that comes to mind is my Pilot Hiroshizuku Ajisai. It's like this nice blue, but also has a little bit of purple in it.
Like purpley blue.
So
yeah, I have that one too.
Oh, you do also?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think that one would look nice. I think like even like to contrast with the blue, like even like an orange I could see in here.
Like a yellow, like more like the goldfish.
Exactly, yeah. So I think like it's pretty versatile. Like even like green, there's like green here. Like I think I can picture any of my inks in here. Yeah.
Okay, so what I'm gonna do is ink mine up and we can see how it writes. Let's do it. Thank you, AJ.
Thanks.
Bye.
Okay, so let's take a closer look at my pen. Again, this is the Lotus Grace. Look at how beautiful this pen is. The detail in the lotus and the lily pads and that little dragonfly. So beautiful. I love that the branding is very subtle. Just a subtle engraving right there. And the clip has a little divot in it, which is a nice attention to detail right there. And the faceted design, so when you turn it, it reflects the light, which is really pretty all around. It is a bigger pen, I would say, if we compare it to my current largest pen, which is the Pilot Custom 823. You can see that it definitely has a bigger diameter and they are about the same in terms of length. So it definitely is a bigger pen, but I will say, given that, it is extremely light. And I do appreciate that. I don't really like a heavy pen. I like to write a good amount, so I want to make sure that my hand doesn't get overly tired. In terms of the turn, we can take a look here. It's one turn, two turns, pretty much 2.5 turns. We'll get this open here. And it came with this size 6 Schmidt nib. Nice and big. And I will probably not post it just because it's already so big on its own. If I had it posted, you can, but it just makes it a lot bigger in my hand. And I also don't want to risk potentially scuffing up the design. Too pretty for that. And then, as we mentioned, they sent us a stub nib, my first stub nib, and this is their own nib, so this is the BENU nib. I'm interested in trying some calligraphy, so we will see. I might do that in a separate video. We shall see. I think what we're going to do today is just ink this regular fine nib and see how she writes. So I picked out a couple inks here. My Sailor 252 that I got in Japan pretty recently, and then this Pelikan violet ink that I got gifted to me. Both of these I think would work really nicely in this pen. I feel like any kind of purplish pink ink or even something maybe green would look really nice in here. I think the Sailor 252 in particular would look really nice in this pen because it has this green sheen when it dries. So I think it would complement the purple and the green in this pen really nicely. So I'm thinking that I'll use the Pelikan ink when I do the stub nib,
And then for today, we can try inking this with the 252. Okay, so let's clear this out a little bit and open this up. So inside we have a piston converter that we'll use to draw in the ink. Sometimes I like to syringe fill these, but let's try the piston. This will be the first pen that I'm inking fully with the 252. I think I'm just going to dip it straight in and drop some ink. Okay, so we're just going to put it right into the bottle and then twist to pull up some ink. I'm not going to fill it all the way, let's just have a little taste of it today. You can already see on the napkin that there's some green on the edges right there. That's the sheen I was talking about. It's gonna be real pretty. Okay, so now that's inked, I'll just reassemble. And then I'm gonna give it a little bit of time to fill up the feed, and then we'll try some writing. Okay, so we've had the pen sitting for a little bit. Let's do a little test. So I have this Muji notebook that I've used to just sample a few of the fountain pens that I have. So I'm gonna add this one to the list. I'm gonna draw our line first. Beautiful. So right away, we can tell that it's pretty thick compared to the other ones. Just smudged it. I do tend to like an extra fine, so obviously it's going to be thicker than those ones. BENU, Euphoria, and a fine nib. Okay, so you can see compared to the other samples that I have, I'd say it's pretty comparable to the preppy medium actually. We do know that Western style nibs are going to be thicker than the Japanese, so that checks out to me. I do tend to err towards the extra fines. I do write pretty small, so I like my pens to be really fine. But on the downside, when you use pretty inks, you can't see their characteristics as much. So I am happy to try out something a little bit thicker so that you can see stuff like shading, sheen, all of that. When I first got into fountain pens, I was very much into just really plain inks, like no shading, no sheen, nothing like that. But now that I've been in the hobby for a little longer and I want to try stuff like the stub nib, I would love to see that characteristic come out in kind of more decorative writing. Okay, so this is our newest pen. Thank you again, BENU, for sending us these pens. They are beautiful. Make sure you check out the links down below to check them out. I already showed you compared to my custom 823, but in terms of my most used pens at the moment, it's probably this one as well as my 2 decimos. So I have an extra fine and a fine. This is kind of my main lineup at the moment. So I'm thinking right now that I'm going to do some journaling and I will try out my new pen in my hobonichi, and yeah, we can just hang out and chat. Let's do it. That's the one thing about this cover, is that dog hair gets stuck on it pretty easily, but otherwise I am loving this trading cover. I have my hobonichi A6 inside. Let's show you a couple spreads. As you can see, I have already taken a picture of my new pen and stuck it into my journal. I'm really liking doing these little cutouts at the moment. It's kind of like making custom stickers, and I find the whole process pretty meditative, and also I feel like it looks so good. Instead of just these kind of square rectangular photos that I've been doing, I'm really liking these kind of cutouts. It's also springtime. Happy spring. And you can see a couple of these stamp stickers that I have right here, which I'm going to show really quickly. We made these new sticker sheets recently. At Nookins, we haven't sold any physical goods yet, but we have been working on things. And part of it is that we applied to our first market last week, which is very, very exciting. So we wanted to put a bunch of stuff in our portfolio so we could have stuff to show. So we made this springtime sticker sheet, which is so cute.
AJ did the art for these, which is amazing. I put it through my silhouette portrait, and we had this little stamp border motif, which just turned out so cute. So I'm really excited for these. I also did a whole sticker paper test that I posted on our channel. So if you are an artist and you're looking to make sticker sheets, check out that video because I wanted to make sure that the products we offer are as good of a quality as they can be when handmade at home. So happy spring. I was very excited about these two spreads actually. I love having imagery in my spreads. I do like to write, but imagery just adds so much to my spreads. Oh, also, we made it into the YouTube partner program last week. So thank you so much to everyone who has been watching our videos. We couldn't have imagined that when I posted my first video December a few months ago that we would be in the partner program already. So thank you so much for everyone who has watched our content. As you can see, I also love doing watercolors, some strawberries down here, and more die cuts and some stickers that we've made recently. I've been having a good time with my journal so far this year. I feel like compared to last year, it's a lot more just part of my process. I use my Hobonichi A6 for memory keeping primarily, so it's a good opportunity for me to reflect each day and look through my camera roll and find those pictures that I want to pull out and remember for a specific reason. So yeah, it just makes me more aware of what's happening in life. I think before I started journaling, it was really easy to forget what I did even a couple days prior. I take a ton of photos, but usually I just dump them onto a hard drive, never to be seen again. Now I'm really thankful that I'll be able to flip through and just see at a high level what my highlights were for the year. Even if that's something as simple as making avocado toast. I've been eating a lot of it lately, and this is a fun way for me to turn it into a little custom sticker for my journal. I take a lot of photos of food, so people, if they ask me, are you gonna do anything with all these food photos? I'm like, yeah, I put them in my journal. So this is a great way to actually do something with those food photos because I love taking those and remembering what I eat. So sometimes I'll put a colored background on it as well, and then it just adds a little flair to my journal spread. I went to a little social gathering that we call Cookbook Club with some friends the other day. That's where we pick a cookbook and then each of us cooks something from the book and then brings them to dinner. This month we cooked from Alison Roman's cookbook called Nothing Fancy, which I really appreciate because I'm kind of a no fuss cook. At the end of the day, I don't want to make something that is super complicated, so I appreciated that a lot of her recipes were very, as the title says, not fancy, but also super tasty. Super creative use of basic ingredients. I made the roasted squash recipe and I thought it was super good and super easy to make, so highly recommend. And so here I'm making a little, kind of like a photo strip that you might get at a photo booth, where I just pulled some photos from the night and grouped them all together in a little strip. This is another fun way to add some imagery to your journal spreads. The next day was a beautiful day, so we went to Green Lake, and so we took some photos there. In the evening, I celebrated with my friend on her birthday stream, where we played some spooky games, and so I have a screenshot from there as well. From there, I just print out the photos on the smallest paper that my printer will take, and then I cut them out. And this is also a pretty meditative part of the process for me. I leave a little white border, which I think is kind of nice, and then I use a little precision knife to cut out those DIY stickers. Once I have all my imagery for my spreads, I can go ahead and start planning things out and see where I want to put those images, and that way I know where I'm going to write. I'm a big fan of the Kokuyo dot liner, so here I'm using that to put adhesive on the back of each image and sticking it down. It's a very thin layer of adhesive and sticks really well, so I really like it. Okay, now we're ready to try out our new pen. I want to use a bigger variety of inks in my Hobonichi,
Right now I typically stick to a single pen at a time and I switch very rarely, but one of the coolest things about fountain pens are the inks. You can get such fun colors, there's so many cool effects. Yeah, and I do have a decent collection of inks and samples that I've gotten from my sister AJ and also friends, so I should use them. This BENU pen writes real nice. I'm especially excited to try the stub nib, but yeah, even the fine writes really nicely. The pen is really nice to hold. I like that it's so light. It means that my hand doesn't get tired easily. And honestly, it's just so nice to look at. It's such a unique pen. Imagine painting such intricate designs on such a small surface. Super cool. Okay, so now that all of my imagery is in, all my writing is in, I can go and do some decorating because I'm trying to use my stickers and washi tape this year. So I have a little box here with a bunch of my washi in it, as well as some stickers. So I'll probably use some of our Nookins stickers, some washi tape. I have these sparkle stickers that I made that I love to use. I also have a full sticker binder that I love looking at, so it makes it hard to use them. As you can see, I'm not doing a great job, but maybe I can find some to use today. They're so cute. But what's the point of having them in a binder? Let's use them. Decoration is just this special little oomph that you can add to your journal spreads that is super easy to do. I love this, I think it's 5mm washi that I use to stick to my photos and add a little gold foil. I'm loving using our own stickers that we make. They make me so happy. And then I found one sticker to use from my sticker collection. Here are some tiny stickers that we've made to finish it off. Okay, here are our final spreads. I think they turned out real cute. It makes me so happy to have my photos preserved in my journal. I know me in 10 years will be really happy that I did this. Thank you so much for joining me today in my unboxing of my beautiful new pen from BENU. Again, links will be in the description if you're curious. Otherwise, thank you so much again for watching our videos. We appreciate it so much. We're posting every Friday, so stay tuned. We'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.